Hi. Thomas Edison was one of the pioneers in his field. He made many new inventions. He worked in diverse technologies. He worked on the phonogram, he worked on electricity, he worked on current transmission, and of course the famous light bulb. Thomas Edison also was very successful in commercializing his inventions, basically in making money out of selling his inventions. There was a contemporary of his named Nikola Tesla, who is not very well known in the news because the Tesla cars these days, remember? So those Tesla cars go back to Nikola Tesla. Now Nikola Tesla was equally a genius. He invented the alternating current. He also worked on diverse technologies. If not more qualified, he was equally qualified as Thomas Edison. He also worked with Thomas Edison for a few years. They apparently had some misunderstanding and broke off. So Tesla went his way and Edison went his way. So the point I'm trying to make here is, although both of them lived in a similar society, both of them lived in the same time period, while Edison on one hand was very successful in commercializing his inventions, Tesla wasn't very successful. He had many ups and downs in his life. At some point of time in his life he made money, but on the whole he died a very, very poor man. The difference between these two was because of the patent system. Not exactly because of the patent system, of how they used the patents. Well, Thomas used it to his benefits and Tesla could not. This is precisely the topic of my talk today. I'm going to talk about the patent system. By the end of this talk, you'll be able to understand what a patent system is, how it benefits the society, and how there are also a few negatives about the system. So let me get a few definition and a little bit of jargon out of the way before I talk more about this. A patent is basically a monopoly, an exclusive right given to an organization or an individual to manufacture and sell his or her invention in the market for a fixed period of time. That fixed period of time is about 17 to 20 years, depending on the country you've registered patent in. Now this might sound a little counterintuitive. It gives exclusive rights to one person. It talks about monopoly. This doesn't sound very open source. This doesn't sound very free. This doesn't sound very helping to the society. Okay, let me give you an example. Imagine the patent system doesn't exist. Imagine for a moment that I've invented a mousetrap, a very technologically advanced mousetrap which nobody else anywhere in the world can manufacture and cannot even reverse engineer after seeing my product. I invent this product and I start selling it in the market. It is such a technologically advanced product, everybody starts buying it, everybody needs it, and I put my price on it. Now in the non-existence of a patent system, I can continue that monopoly even lifelong. That is, if nobody is able to manufacture that particular product. Right? So what patent system does is, there's a mandate. A patent is granted to an organization or to an individual. The information about how to manufacture that invention or product is explained in simple words so a layman can understand and is made public. So the minute I receive a patent for that mousetrap, that information is public. Anybody can manufacture that particular product. It's just that they can't sell it for about 17 years so that I can recover the cost I've spent in researching and manufacturing that particular product. Right? So now it helps. Now once the period of 17 years is over, anybody can manufacture that particular product, and this benefits the society. I'm going to explain these things through two stories. The first story concerns the HIV virus, AIDS. So a few years ago the HIV virus was leaked out of a laboratory, apparently onto a monkey, and then it was transmitted to a human being. It had devastating effect on many countries, especially in the African continent. People were dying in how. But there was no cure initially for that particular virus. So there are these pharmaceutical companies who jumped in and started researching about this particular virus. And of course, after spending millions of dollars, after spending many years, they came up with a cure. And they of course applied for a patent for that cure and received a patent. Since it was a path-breaking invention, they sold that particular drug for about 17 years and recover the cost that they spent in the research and made profits over it, which is very viable, right? So now let's see what happens after 17 years, after that patent expires. So the day the patent expires, there are these generic pharmaceutical manufacturers who come into the picture. These guys mass produce medicines and drugs. Now how they do it is, because that particular invention is public information now, they take the process, of course they follow the safety guidelines, they follow all the norms, and start mass producing those drugs. So the day the patent expired on the HIV virus drug, there are these n number of manufacturers, generic manufacturers, who dropped in and started mass producing these medicines and flooded the market. The cost of the drug automatically goes down, the drug becomes available to a wider population, especially in developing countries like India, Brazil, and many of the African countries, right? So now you see the point, how it helps the society, how it advances. Now, since there are pros and cons to everything, there are also a few negatives to the patent system. Let me not say the few negatives to the patent system, but to the way some of these laws are implemented in different countries. In this story, the company in question is Novartis and the drug in question is Glyvac. Last year this particular company and this drug was in news in India because of Supreme Court case. I'll explain that a little bit later. Now there's a particular clause in the patent system which allows the inventor to extend the expiration of the patent even after 17 years. Now that clause says that there has to be a substantial improvement to your invention. Now Novartis wanted to extend their particular patent and did some improvements on the product. Now these improvements were not substantial, however they still got the patents in many European countries as well as in the US. Now why I'm saying that this particular invention wasn't, the particular improvement wasn't substantial, because they were denied this particular right in the Indian Supreme Court, with the explanations given in detail. Now because of this implementation of this particular clause, they could extend the patent expiry by a few years, and they could extend in turn their monopoly so that the cost of the drug remains high. Fortunately for us, it was rejected in the Indian Supreme Court, and the generic manufacturers in India will soon start manufacturing that drug. I know there are different camps about this, about whether this was positive or negative, but the point I'm trying to prove is there are a few flaws in the system, but if those things are taken care of, patent system is a fascinating thing. Unless you provide an incentive to companies, especially in pharmaceutical industry, for them to spend millions and millions of dollars, for them to spend years and years of research, why would they do it? Will we ever find cure to life-threatening diseases like cancer, like AIDS? Would we have progressed as a society without the patent system? I think not. So let me just conclude. There are these camps who say the patent system is good, patent system is bad. I believe there are pros and cons, and pros are much higher than the cons in this particular system. And I personally believe that patent system is a great way for the advancement of the society.